This video will take you through the steps for setting up PowerSchool in Canvas Sync for this school year. Most of us have already set up our gradebook in PowerTeacher, so we're just going to kind of double check some things. Okay? We want to go to Grading and Categories and just make sure that we have those 4 categories and they apply for all of our classes. Okay? From there, since we have those already created, right, we would go to setting up our grade weights, which means we go to Settings, Traditional Grade Calculations, okay, and we're going to choose Actions and click that, and put in the grade weights that Dr. I shared with us. So cumulative assessment is 36, weekly mastery is 28, independent work is 16, and exam is 20. So just double check that, make sure that's there. Okay. We did copy these all to the other courses. Most of you have a little gear up in the top corner that you can use to copy those. I am just viewing Jen Mildonian's gradebook, so I can't make any changes there, but she has copied these to all of those, so she's good. Okay, that's the copying. So now what you're going to do, once you kind of double check that, is you're going to go to your Canvas account, okay, and you're going to open your Canvas course that you want to work on, and you're going to click on Assignments. Now, once you click on Assignments, many of you have already put assignments in here. You just didn't have the categories that would sync. So what we're going to do is we're going to move those categories in from PowerTeacher Pro. So we're going to click on the little kebab up here at the top. Okay, and we are going to go to Assignment, Import Assignment Groups. Okay, and it's going to tell us, yay, we've got your request. Now, this should only take a few minutes because those categories have been sitting in our PowerTeacher Pro gradebook for a while. So I'm going to refresh and see if I see them. Not quite yet. I'm still not quite yet. So as you can see, the grades have, the work has come over at this point. Any of these that have the little piece of paper with the arrow are the ones that are going to sync to PowerTeacher. Okay, so once we've got those done, you can move your work from up here, so in these categories, down to these other ones. So for example, this independent work here, we can click on the 3 dots, the kebab over here, and we can say we want to move the contents down to independent work. Okay? And it'll move those down to the independent work that actually syncs. And once you've done that, you can delete this one. Okay? Don't do it until you're sure that you've got them where you want them. Okay? Same thing with weekly mastery. You can click on the kebab, move the contents, weekly mastery checks. Okay? Move them there. Make sure they're down there. You can get rid of that one. Then cumulative projects. Move the contents to cumulative assessment projects. Okay. Again, make sure they're down there. Looking good. And then you can get rid of this one. Okay. Now, Jen had up here just an assignments category, and she may just be keeping that up there to kind of store some things before she decides where they want to go. So I'm going to leave those, but I am going to fix our weighting here to make sure that it's right. So we're going to go back up to the little kebab. We're going to click on Assignment Groups Weight, and that's where we're going to put in our weights from before. So independent work, I believe, was 16. Cumulative projects was 36. And mastery checks was 28. We're going to click Save, and you're all ready to go there. Okay. All right, so once we have gone through and done all of our assignment groups, got them in, done the weight, okay, there's some YouTube videos on creating assignments if you'd want to take a look at those and entering grades. So now let's take a look at the grade sync because it's a little bit different. Okay. In order to sync your grades, normally we would go into the grade book, okay, but that is not working yet. What is working though is the regular grade sync. So they changed it from monitoring and reporting, which is great, I think, because it made no sense, to just grade sync. So you're going to click this little button over here, this little thing on the global side menu called grade sync. You're going to click that. Okay. And then you're going to see up at the top a history and a settings. Okay. You don't want to mess with the history. It's okay. You're going to see what that's for in a second. Under the settings, though, we're going to click on this remaster grade passback. Okay. And when we click that, that's what's going to say, okay, I want you to post all my grades for all my sections of this to Power Teacher. So we're going to post grades. Okay. Right. And then once we do that, you'll see it pop up on the history. Now, I do want to warn you, this nightly sync seems so inviting, but it is also not working yet. So don't get too excited about the nightly sync. Okay. If you check back over here on this history tab, you'll see that I submitted this and it's monitoring the grade sync. Okay. And I'm currently just waiting. Okay. And you can again refresh several times and see if it comes back. Okay, so we've synced the grades. Okay. And as you can see, it's got a little exclamation point there. So if you click on the completed part, it will tell you it's missing a category. So what that means is we've got something that we're trying to sync that doesn't have a category in in PowerSchool. So we can go back to our assignments. Okay, and look at our assignments. And we can see we've got one up here that's syncing that's not in a category that it's recognizing. And that looks like that may be the only one. So since we've got that there, okay, and we know we can come back over and try the grade sync again. Okay, so go to settings, remaster gradebook, post all grades. Okay. And then you can check back and make sure it usually does take, click on history and kind of follow it. It does take, 5 to 8 to 10 minutes, depending upon how many people are syncing. Okay. Always remember when you get done with syncing, pull up your gradebook in Canvas and compare it to your gradebook in PowerSchool and make sure that those grades match. Okay. Again, if we go to the gradebook here, the sync that's in the gradebook that's available there under actions is not working quite yet. Just where it says sync to SIS, that's not working yet. So don't try that one. And the nightly sync is not working. But hopefully these things will help you all get started on syncing things to Power Teacher Pro. Let me know if you have questions. Thanks.